Maria Perez teaches an environmental technology and society capstone class at the University of Northern Iowa. And each semester she takes her multi-section classes to a location where they can actually see how the environment works.
I think it's really important just to see things physical, because we read about it in class and you had an assignment that you had to read about it, but when you see things you really understand them. And I wanted you to understand all this treatment because it's an important part of what makes our environment better. This is like a technology that is really good for me, and I'm still amazed at it because where I'm from we only have one water treatment plant, and here in the US it's pretty much what most communities do.
This facility does play an important role in the community. We're right on the edge of the river, at the forefront of protecting the river. We are cleaning up all of the worst stuff 39,000 people can generate and send to us, and making sure that it's clean enough to the point where it can be compatible with nature again and not interfere with the normal life cycle of organisms living in the river and the natural habitats in the river.
Taking care of business is a natural way of life, but making sure we conserve water and energy will ensure a better future for generations to come.
It has a lot to do with physics that is important, with the settling of particles, but also the most important part of it is the biological part, and how all the bacteria and all the bacteria and larvae and all the microorganisms help us clean up our environment. I think it's just good to kind of think of them and say thank you, and not just be always thinking of bacteria as a bad thing.
That's one of those utilities that sometimes is forgotten about. It doesn't cost as much as your electric bill, but yet it's one of those utilities that people use several times through the day without thinking about it. You send stuff down the drain and it disappears and you don't have to worry about it. But everything that comes through the sewer system has to be dealt with, and it all has to be cleaned and made compatible again to be reintroduced back into the environment.
I think it's good. I think for students, I hope they get the idea after coming here that, yeah, we're just recycling everything, as Lyle said in the tour, and we're recycling not just the water and putting it back to the river where somebody will use it, or the environment, but also we're recycling the solids that come out of the water and putting it in the farms where we're going to get our food. So it's a good teaching lesson, I think, just to understand that everything is recycled and see it.
Seeing how states and cities work for a nicer environment and a healthier society gives other cities ideas to make our small part of Mother Earth a little better.
There are some more strict environmental regulations in Minnesota and Wisconsin. Both of those states take their tourism business very seriously, and that's why Minnesota puts that phrase 10,000 lakes on their license plates. They want those 10,000 lakes to remain clean and pristine to attract fishermen and vacationers, because that's a big part of their economy. So making sure that that part of the environment stays clean means they have tighter regulations to assure that.
I wish I had more room to have people enjoy nature. In class we get to understand a lot and learn a lot, but the only way to really get connected is go and enjoy. So just encourage everybody to go and take a walk or a canoe or do something in nature and forget about electronics for a little bit.
Reporting for Cedar Falls Channel 15 City News, I'm Luke Hansen.